Hello, so today I am going to walk you through installing Sketches or Sketches School onto your school's digital device they provided for you. With our district, we use an app called Self-Service, and if you look at the very bottom down here, it's this guy. So it has a green, yellow, red, blue square, and kind of like a dice in the center. So that's your self-service app. You're going to click on that app. We are looking for one that they already added for you. This Sketches app that has a pen pointing downward. I already have mine installed, so I don't have to do that. But if this is your first time doing it, you're going to just want to go ahead and click where mine says reinstall. You're going to want to click the install button. And once you've done that, give it a few minutes, let the app sync and get all its information. So moving forward, out of my self-service app, if you take a look at the very top line, the second one from the left, that is my Sketches app. Depending on when I record this, you may have a solid black pen pointing downward. You might have a blue, what looks like a marker pointing downward, and that is Sketches School. Both versions are free. Both versions have been available in the our app store before. So just with different updates, sometimes they change the logo. I'm going to walk you through the Sketches app now. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And basically when you get in here, you're going to have a couple different, these are digital sketchbooks. The ones all the way to the right are coloring pages or daily activities. You can add another sketchbook by pressing the plus sign at the very bottom. Let's go ahead and do that. Now I have two different sketchbooks, both of which are untitled, but I want them to look a little different. So I'm going to click the little wheel in the bottom right corner. And I'm going to change the color for this one. I love yellow. Let's go yellow. So the X at the bottom means no, the check mark. Basically, it says, yes, I'm good with this. But while I'm here, I'm also going to change this to PCA Art 1. Okay. And I'm good with that. I do want you to adjust some settings. So if we go up to the gear and click that and click preferences, there is an auto save, which automatically saves your drawing every 3 minutes. Go ahead and turn that on because there is nothing worse than getting almost done with your project and accidentally deleting something. Backup saves all new drawings to the photo app. So automatically these are going to go into your camera roll. I think as far as the rest of the settings, you're okay and you can choose your preferences here, but I did want to make sure that you definitely had your autosave set. So now I'm going to go ahead and open my book. So what I have here is basically just a digital sketchbook. I'm going to click on new drawing and a few different things with this app. You do not have to use a stylus. By all means, you can use your fingers, but a lot of times even free pens have stylus on the back of them now. So if you have a stylus available to you, it's a little bit easier to control. So on the very left side, you have all these different tools. And on the right side, if I click the black, I have different colors. So let's just pick, I don't know, let's go with red. Okay, this is my pencil tool. And there's different versions of your pencil, but basically it's trying to show you that it's going to go from light to dark. And then you have different options on thickness. If I click and hold this guy, this is my pen tool. So it's giving you different options. Now, if you are in Sketches School, you do not have as many options as this. my marker tool, my pen brush tool, my pastel. I often refer to this as the crayon. So if you hear me refer to that, I'm talking about a crayon, but they say pastel tool. This is your paintbrush tool, watercolor brush tool, airbrush, your ink tool. This right here is going to give you options for lettering, shapes, and patterns. This is your eraser tool, your smudge tool, your cutter. So some of these have different prompts in them. The cutter says trace and outline to select, move or pinch to resize. Okay. Select all is tap drawing to select all. Duplicate, move 2 fingers to duplicate. I didn't know that was an option. Okay. And copy and paste. Selections are copied and ready to be pasted elsewhere. This app was updated recently for my copy, and it has a few new things in here that I didn't know before. So one thing that has changed is if you look under our ruler tool at the very top is a symmetry tool where it has a vertical line with 2 right angle triangles, 1 solid and 1 dotted. That used to be housed at the very top under these 3 dots, which these 3 dots are going to give you some different options here. But let's play with the symmetry tool real quick. So let's just draw over here with my marker tool. Let's change colors and draw over here. Let's try a different symmetry. Okay, so say I want this all gone. I can just double click my top left and it's going to get rid of everything. Let's try this symmetry. Ooh. And my pastel tool. I'm going to draw a heart here. And there. So this is the watercolor tool, and I want to show you that watercolor and the marker tool will build up on top of each other to make it look realistic, like real watercolor. So you can do some really impressive things on Sketches School. I encourage you though to play around with some different options, like that is how bright or dark the opacity and the size is. So if I make the opacity higher, that means I'm not going to see through it as much. This is the stroke size. This is layers here. This is just going back to your sketchbook. More features. We will be using that here in a second. Let's see what the feather is. I like this. This is new on the update. Before, I used to have to slide my brushes to the side, and which I just did again. But the Zen View puts everything to the side so I see my whole paper a little better. Okay. There is also a feature that I'm now seeing that says start recording. So I'm recording my screen right now. However, if you wanted to do a time lapse where you are doing a drawing and then fast forward it, you could do that with the start recording feature. Very neat. I encourage you before you get going or get really, really invested in this project to take a minute, several minutes in fact, and just kind of play around with this. There are very cool things that you can do in here.